Good morning. I'm Brian Pruitt, one of the shepherds here at Homewood, and I spent too much time on this announcement this morning to not read it. Usually I like to just speak, but I'm going to read this. In our recent series on Vision 2030, you became aware that one of our pillars for the next decade is generations. This is important to me because before I was a shepherd, I was a father, and after I am no longer serving in that role as shepherd, a father I will remain. Now, as a father, intent on passing the faith to my children, I've tried to both nourish them and also pay attention to whatever obstacles might be in their way for their growth. For a garden requires not only sun and rain and fertilizer, but someone has to pull the weeds as well. Such obstacles are both particular, pertaining to the need of the individual child, but also they're general. General obstacles to the flourishing of the faith can also be divided into those that are perennial and affect all human generations, what John calls the lust of the flesh, the lust of the eyes, and the pride of life. But also there are particular ones that grow up in an age, spawned by a particular society and culture. Now, each of you could probably make a list of what you believe are the ways of the world that affect us in these present times, the particular notions that have grasped the culture's imagination and have been promoted and encouraged, and which might prove an obstacle to this generation and to the next. A group of ideas that strikes me in particular as difficult to address in a faithful manner center around the human body. There are, of course, many current controversies here, and a particular and pertinent question pertains to what it is to be a male and a female. This too, however, is a big question with many facets. I'm here this morning to announce the shepherd's desire to teach on one particular aspect of this issue, that is, how are we to understand the relation of men and women in the local church? While the controversies that swirl around this topic may seem remote from the world's concern, I intend to address it in a way that will help us through other issues, I hope. For we will consider the profound mysteries of creation, the incarnation, and the relationship of Christ and the church. Also, the very fundamental human relationship of the husband and wife will be central to the discussion. And finally, our exemplar, the Lord Jesus of Nazareth, will be at the center of it all. This series will begin next week in a combined class here in the auditorium during the 10:45 hour, and will run for the next 5 or 6 weeks. Because the auditorium provides such a difficult place for question and answers, we thought that it'd be helpful if we also offered a class at 8:30 in either the tri-room or 113 starting the week after that. And that in that session, we can address whatever questions you might have, particular to the last lesson or in general. So we'll begin this next Sunday at the 10:45, and hope that you'll be able to attend or listen online as we consider this important topic. Thank you.